95% of people quit right here, but the ones who don't become unstoppable. This is the story of a boy who was completely broken, but chose not to stop. Once upon a time, in a small, quiet town, there lived a young boy named Ayan. He had big dreams, but his life looked nothing like those dreams. During the day, he did small, exhausting jobs just to survive, and at night, he worked alone in an old, worn-out workshop, trying to build something for himself. His hands were covered in cuts and scars, his eyes were tired, and his heart was slowly breaking. People around him would often say, "You can't do this. This isn't for you. You're wasting your life." At first, Ayan ignored them, but over time, those words started living inside his mind. One cold night, the streets were quiet, the wind was soft. Ayan suddenly stopped working. He looked at his hands, then up at the sky, and in a low, tired voice, he whispered, "Maybe I've already lost." His eyes filled with tears. Just then, he heard a soft sound at the door. Ayan looked up. An old man was standing there. White hair, slightly bent posture, and eyes filled with a strange calmness. The old man used to pass by this place every day, but had never stopped before, until tonight. The old man slowly walked in and said, "Why did you stop working today?" Ayan looked down. "I'm just tired," he replied. The old man sat beside him. For a few moments there was silence. Then the old man spoke softly. "There's a difference between being tired and being defeated." Ayan looked at him confused. "I don't understand." The old man smiled gently and said, "You're tired, but you haven't lost." Those words hit him deeply. "But it feels like I'm not achieving anything," Ayan said quietly. The old man looked into his eyes and said, "Success doesn't make noise. It takes time." Ayan went silent. He had never heard something like that before, but somehow it felt true. Then the old man said, "I was just like you once." Ayan immediately looked up. "Really?" The old man nodded. "When I was young," he began, "I had nothing. No money, no support, no identity. I worked every single day, and every single day people told me I would fail. I did every job I could find, labor work, small jobs, selling things on the street. People laughed at me." There was a shadow of old pain in his eyes. "One day, I broke down too, just like you." Ayan took a deep breath. "What did you do then?" he asked. The old man replied slowly, "I made a decision to work in silence. I stopped telling people what I was doing. I stopped complaining. I just worked, day and night, in the rain, in the heat, through pain and exhaustion. I didn't stop. For years, no one noticed my effort, but I didn't stop." Then the old man smiled and said, "And one day, my silence became louder than everything." Ayan felt something change inside him. That night, Ayan made a decision. He would not stop. From the next day, his life completely changed. He woke up early, worked late into the night. He cut off all distractions. No unnecessary conversations, no excuses, no attention to what people said. Only one sentence stayed in his mind. Success doesn't make noise, it takes time. Days passed, then weeks, then months. Some days exhaustion tried to break him. Some days people still mocked him. But Ayan was no longer the same. He kept working, silently, consistently, relentlessly. And then, years later, the same boy who was once ignored became someone people couldn't ignore anymore. His work started getting noticed. The same people who laughed at him now respected him. The same people who said, "You can't do it," now said, "We always knew you would make it." Ayan just smiled quietly, because he had learned something powerful. Success doesn't need to shout. One day, Ayan returned to that same old street. He looked around, searching for the old man, but he was nowhere to be found. It was as if he had never existed. Ayan looked up at the sky and smiled. He finally understood. The old man wasn't just a person. He was a mindset, a path, a truth. Work in silence, and one day your success will speak for you.